The internet exploded overnight. One short clip, barely a few seconds long, was all it took to set the entire Outlander fandom ablaze. Sam Heughan had done it again. But this time, it wasn't about a new season, a workout post, or another whiskey launch. This time, it was something different, raw, unfiltered, and heartbreakingly personal. The kind of moment that rippled through every corner of social media. It began during a live interview in London. Sam appeared relaxed, charming as ever, teasing the host and flashing that easy grin that had disarmed millions. Fans watching the livestream flooded the comments with heart emojis and fire symbols. Then, out of nowhere, the tone shifted. The interviewer leaned forward and asked casually, "You've played one of television's most romantic characters, but what about you, Sam? What's your truth about love these days?" For a brief second, the room froze. Sam laughed softly, glancing off camera as if searching for an escape, then exhaled. "You know," he said slowly, "sometimes what happens on screen isn't that far from real life. You spend years sharing emotions that deep with someone, and eventually, it changes you." The studio fell into stunned silence. The host blinked, caught off guard. Sam smiled faintly, realizing he'd said too much. "Let's just say," he added, "the line between acting and feeling gets blurry sometimes. And that's all I'll say." He laughed, but it wasn't his usual carefree laugh. It carried a quiet ache, a truth wrapped in restraint. Within minutes, the internet imploded. TikTok, X, Reddit, YouTube, every platform replayed that moment on loop. "What did he just say?" trended worldwide. Fans dissected every pause, every flicker in his eyes. Was he talking about Caitriona Balfe? Was this the confession they had been waiting years to hear? One viral comment read, "He didn't name her. He didn't need to." By midnight, every entertainment outlet had picked up the story. Headlines screamed, "Sam Heughan's emotional confession hints at off-screen romance." Theories ignited like wildfire, but the most anticipated response came not from Sam, from Caitriona. Her name began trending alongside his as fans begged her to say something, anything. And then, late that night, she did. A single Instagram post, a black and white behind-the-scenes photo of her and Sam on the Outlander set, laughing mid-rehearsal. No caption, no emojis, just the image. It was enough. The comment section exploded. "She's confirming it. She's speaking without words. That smile says everything." Others claimed it was her way of setting boundaries. But one thing was clear, Caitriona had spoken, and her silence carried more weight than any press release. Meanwhile, Sam vanished offline. No clarification, no post. His PR team declined comment. But witnesses at a Royal Shakespeare Company event that evening described him as unusually quiet, distracted, even emotional. Whatever that interview meant, it clearly mattered to him. By morning, every major talk show replayed the clip. Even casual viewers who'd never seen Outlander were intrigued. It wasn't just gossip anymore. It was about truth. About two people who had spent a decade embodying one of television's most intimate love stories and could no longer convince the world it was only fiction. Fan theories multiplied. Some claimed Sam's words hinted at a secret past between them. Others insisted he was acknowledging a bond that not even marriage could erase. The fandom split, believers and skeptics, but the air crackled with something undeniable. One viral tweet summed it up. Sam dropped one sentence. Caitriona answered with one photo. "The world may never recover." As the hours passed, speculation only deepened. Was it a slip of the tongue? Or had Sam finally revealed the truth everyone had sensed all along? The next morning, the storm grew louder. Every outlet looped the same 20-second clip, the same haunted smile. "He finally said it," headlines blared. Even serious podcasts debated whether the boundary between Jamie and Claire had finally dissolved. Caitriona said nothing. Her quiet photograph now carried mythic weight. Fans zoomed in on their hands, their laughter, the light in her eyes, decoding meaning from shadows. Some swore the image was taken during one of their most emotional scenes. Others claimed it was a private moment, unscripted, unguarded, real. Insiders whispered the same. "That wasn't acting," a production assistant told a reporter. That was them. No cameras, no script. Sam's silence only deepened the mystery. His team issued a short statement. Sam appreciates the love and support of his fans and prefers to let his work speak for itself. It felt cold, corporate, not him. Fans began wondering if he'd been silenced, or if he was quietly protecting something sacred. Behind the scenes, rumors swirled that Caitriona was frustrated, not at Sam, but at the timing. She was promoting a new film, and every interviewer wanted to talk about him. Privately, she was overheard saying, "I love him, but the world reads too much between our lines." Days later, she appeared at a film event in Dublin. Reporters shouted Sam's name. She smiled serenely. "Sam's a dear friend," she said. "He speaks from the heart. That's who he is." Then she turned away, but the look in her eyes, distant and soft, told another story. Fans slowed the clip frame by frame. "That's not friendship," one tweet read. "That's 10 years of unspoken emotion." A few nights later, Sam finally broke his silence. During a charity Q&A when a fan nervously asked about the interview, the room held its breath. Sam looked down, smiled faintly, then said, "I've spent a long time pretending certain stories weren't real. But sometimes, honesty finds its way out, whether you mean it to or not." The crowd gasped. He went on, voice low. "I'll always have deep respect for Caitriona. We've shared something rare, something that doesn't fade just because the cameras stop." Applause filled the room, but online, the quote detonated. "Sam Heughan confirms deep emotional bond with Caitriona Balfe," headlines screamed. Caitriona remained silent, until she posted a story of a sunrise over the Scottish hills, the same location from an old Outlander shoot. 3 words, "Some things remain." The internet fell silent. By then, even skeptics couldn't deny what fans had known all along, that what existed between them was something beyond fiction. Industry insiders began speaking openly about their connection. "It's not scandal," one former director said. "It's history. You can't fake that." Still, the truth remained untold. Was it love once lost, or love that never found its moment? Weeks later, at a fan convention in New York, they appeared together again, their first joint event since the chaos. The crowd erupted. Sam looked at Caitriona and smiled. "It's been quite a month," he teased. She laughed, touching his arm lightly. "You do love chaos, don't you?" The audience roared. The tension melted. Whatever had happened behind closed doors, peace had returned. As the panel ended, Sam looked out over the crowd and said, "Don't believe everything you read, but do believe what you see." Then he turned to Caitriona. She smiled, eyes shining. And that was all the confirmation anyone needed. One fan's comment under the clip said it best, "They don't need to say a word. The truth has always lived between them." As the lights dimmed and the crowd began to disperse, Sam and Caitriona lingered on stage for a moment longer, just the two of them. Their laughter faded into a quiet stillness that seemed to belong only to them. He looked at her, and she looked back, a silent conversation passing between their eyes. "Ready?" Sam asked softly. She hesitated, then smiled, that same gentle, knowing smile fans had seen 1,000 times on screen, but this time, it wasn't acting. "Always," she whispered. They turned and walked toward the backstage curtain, side by side, their shoulders brushing just once, a fleeting touch that said everything words never could. Outside, the cameras were waiting. The world was waiting. But inside that moment, before they stepped into the noise again, Sam glanced at her one last time and murmured, "Maybe one day, we'll stop pretending." Caitriona's eyes softened. Or maybe pretending was never the problem. And with that, they disappeared behind the curtain, leaving the audience, the headlines, and the entire world wondering what story might still be unfolding when no one was watching.